Hey Pangaljai, are you all comfortable? We are going to read a book today. The book is called I Wish That I Had Duck Feet. He's got funny feet and they're splashing in the water. It's by Theo, LeSieg and illustrated by B. Toby. The child and the dog are looking up at the sky and they're seeing clouds, but the clouds look like a duck. They look like a pig. They look like a whale. They look like an elephant. What else do you see? What do you see in those clouds? Huh. I Wish That I Had Duck Feet by Theo LeSieg, illustrated by B. Toby. Splash, 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 splash. I wish that I had duck feet, and I can tell you why. You can splash around in duck feet. You don't have to keep them dry. I wish that I had duck feet. No more shoes, no shoes for me. The man down at the shoe store would not have my size, you see. This guy sells shoes, but he's looking at his feet and saying, oh, none of my shoes would fit. If I had 2 duck feet, I could laugh at Big Bill Brown. I would say, you don't have duck feet. These are all there are in town. He's showing off to Big Bill Brown. There's Big Bill Brown again, and some other kids, and some ducks. I think it would be very good to have them when I play. Only kids with duck feet can ever play this way. You think these ducks think that he's a duck? But my mother would not like them. She would say, get off my floor. She would say, take your duck feet and take them out the door. Don't ever come in here again with duck feet on. Now don't. So, I guess I can't have duck feet. I would like to, but I won't. So, if I can't have duck feet, I'll have something else instead. Say, I know what I wish I had. 2 horns upon my head. Look at the dog, he is so shocked to see horns upon his head. I wish I had 2 deer horns. They would be a lot of fun. Then I could wear 10 hats up there. Big Bill can wear just 1. Look at Bill, he's got 1 hat. But on his deer horns, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hats. That's a funny hat. That's called a beret. And this hat has earmuffs on. It's good for when it's really cold outside. I think they would be very good to have when I play ball. Then nobody could stop me. No sir, nobody at all. Ooh, they don't look very happy. That says duck. That says elephant. That says whale. And that says tiger. My horns could carry books and stuff, like paper, pens, and string, and apples for my teacher, and a lot of other things. Look at all the stuff he's got tied to his horns. Do you know what this is? That's a lunch bucket. That's to keep food in, so that he can have lunch later. But if I had big deer horns, I would never get a ride. I would never get a ride. I could never ride the school bus. I could never get inside. Oh, have you ever seen a deer try to get through a very dense forest? It's very difficult for him. And so, I won't have deer horns. I'll have something else instead. I wish I had a whale spout on my head. That'd be kind of cool. Doggy's not too happy with this. When days get hot, it would be good to spout my spout in school. And then Miss Banks would say, "Thanks, thanks. You keep our school so cool." Poor Big Bill Brown. I could play all day in summer. I could never feel the heat. I would beat Big Bill at tennis. I would play him off his feet. I would play him off his feet. That means to win. Look at the sun. But my mother would not like it. I know just what she'd say. Not in the house. You shut that off. You take that spout away. Oh, he's sad now. I know that she would tell me, I don't want that spout about. And when mother does not want a thing, it's O-U-T. It's out. And so, I will not have one. I do not wish to be a whale. I think it would be better if I had a long, long tail. Wow, that looks fun. And you can wiggle it at the end. I wish I had a long, long tail. Someday I will, I hope. And then I'll show the kids in town new ways to jump a rope. Would it be fun to play skip the rope with somebody's tail? If I had a long, long tail, I know what I would like. I'd like to ride down State Street, pulling girls behind my bike. She's on roller skates. She's pretty good. That's a bicycle. These people are saying, look at what's going on. I wish I had a long, long tail, and I can tell you why. I could hit a fly 10 feet away and hit him in the eye. Smack. Have you ever smacked a fly? It can be quite gross. I know Miss Banks would like to this. She would smile and she would say, no other boy in town can hit a fly so far away. But if I had a long, long tail, I know that Big Bill Brown would tie me in a tree. He would, and then how would I get down? He's tied up in his own tail. I don't think that I would like it, with my tail tied in a tree. The more I think about it, no long tail for me. It's good to dream. It's good to think of many things. And so, if I can't have a tail, I'll have a long, long nose. A nose just like an elephant's, the longest nose that grows. I wish I had a long, long nose, and I can tell you why. I think it would be very good to get at things up high. He's found the cookie jar with his nose. Every kid in town would love it. Every kid but Big Bill Brown. And every time I saw him, I would sneeze and blow him down. He says, "Ka-choo!" Poor Bill Brown. Say, I could help the firemen. My nose would be just right. I could help them put out fires 100 times a night. Do you let your imagination run wild? Would you like to be able to help put out a fire? Oh, I would do a lot of things that no one ever did. And everyone in town would say, just watch that long-nosed kid. But if I had a long, long nose, I know what Dad would do. My dad would make me wash the car, the house, and windows too. Oh, extra work. My dad would make me work all day and wash things with that hose. I guess it would not be so good to have a long, long nose. He's sitting on a porch and he's thinking about his deer horns, about his duck feet, about his whale spout, about his long, long tail, and about his long, long nose. Each of these he's sad. Now, let me think about it. All these things I want are bad, and so I wish. What do I wish I had? What do you think he wishes for? Wow! I know what. I know just what. I know just what to do. I wish I had all those things. I'd be a which, what, who. Oh, he's getting in the way of everybody. If I could be a which, what, who, I'd jump high in the air. I'd splash and spout and run about. I'd give the town a scare. But the people would not like it. They would be so scared, I bet. They would call the town policeman, and they would catch me in a net. They're not very happy. They would put me in the zoo house, my horns and nose and feet, and hay, yes, just hay, 2 times a day is all I'd get to eat. He's in the zoo. Next to him is the lion, and he's a which, what, who. Something happened. He's got a little Band-Aid on his nose. Putting a Band-Aid on your nose would be funny, right? I think it would be very sad when people came to call. So I don't think a which, what, who would be much fun at all. He looks actually quite sad, even though he's cool. There's lots of places to hang things. He's got a long nose to grab things, and a tail that's kind of fun. He's even got duck feet to splash around in. But he's thinking, yeah, overall, that's not going to be much fun at all. Let's see if I can find this extra page. And so, I think there are some things I do not wish to be. And that is why I think that I just wish to be like me. That's probably a good thing. It's good to have an imagination. It's good to dream of many things. But it's really good to know that it's good to be me. He's thrown away all the little pieces that sort of sound like fun but really aren't. He's back to dreaming about the different clouds. Oh, look how blue that book is. Well, I hope you enjoyed the story today. Maybe we'll do this another time.